life, I've been a performer, a musician, beloved and celebrated by all. But I have a secret. I'm also a playground for sprites and spirits and worse. The voice that rings inside me now is darker than any that came before. Almost caused a bunch of my fans to rip each other to pieces. But you can trust me. I've got this under control. Step 1. Find out who or what is trying to take control of my mind. Step 2. Make it sorry it ever tried. Such barbarism. What happened here?
An old elf's pained gaze passes between the crucified. Anger bubbles within him. He seems on the brink of tears of rage.
Dear ones, not like this. Not like this. Not like this.
He covers your hand with his.
It will take a great light to drive out this manner of darkness. A great light indeed. They're as good as my family. But I cannot heal them. I cannot heal them. So much pain. They are changed. That Dallas woman did something to their minds. They won't be moved and they can't be healed. They resisted at all costs. They can't even be healed. Using such magic on them would kill them now. Such beautiful souls, corrupted by such evil. They're called shriekers. Upon sight they blast passers-by with swords so powerful none can withstand it. Instant death, that is guaranteed. Where you find shriekers, you can trust the Divine Order is hiding something they desperately want to keep private. Fate of my dear ones proves there must be some such thing on this very island. Stay away from shriekers if you want to live. I know not how much longer my friends here have.
So many seekers lost, and more blood will be spilled before long. At least Han is safe at the shelter.
Smoke, blood, and carnage. The Magisters didn't spare a single seeker.
It doesn't feel quite right, but I need all the equipment I can find.
Kerban stares at the body of his dead comrade, tightly gripping his weapon in a cold fury.
2 Magisters will die for every fallen seeker here if I have any say in the matter.
Did you see what those Magisters did? Putting our dead on display like hunting trophies.
Against the shriekers, not without strong.
It's a good thing Leigh is safe back at the cave. Seeing all the dead seekers like this could break her. Oh, you found the supplies. The Magisters aren't as thorough as I presumed.
You would attack the Magisters directly. Are you so eager to die?
If I were you, I'd stay close to Sir Gareth once the fighting begins. Whatever path he takes will be the surest way to victory.
As you approach, Gratiana turns to you. Her moves are lighter now. Her voice is warmer, but still tempered by the scene around her.
I'm pleased to see you. But there is work to be done. If you ever wish to leave, if the Seekers are to survive, you must use the purging wand to destroy the Shriekers. Go, before it is too late.
You've come. Lucian be praised.
Gareth glances over his shoulder. and his voice tightens.
The Shriekers keep watch, and their gaze isn't the only one we should avoid. The murderer is here, Alexander. The butcher's in the ruins, beyond the Shriekers, and he's not alone, as well he wouldn't be. The Order keeps its godwoken leashed. Nothing, as long as those Shriekers stand. Get that purging wand and silence them. If I didn't know better, I'd think the gods themselves were your counsel.
He reaches for the wand, but pulls back before touching it.
Would that I could aim this wand at Alexander myself, to bleach his soul and sear his skin. No. This thing was birthed from a wicked era. What would Lucian say, seeing me confront one evil with another? Go. Take down those Shriekers.
An undead pirate gulps from a bottle, liquor spilling down his ribs. It settles in a dark, frothy puddle around his hip bones.
You're the one the captain said to be coming, eh? Well now, he took his prize and set off. Went back to the ship to put on the rest of his armour. Course I do. Know him top to tail, don't I? Well now, hold on a minute. Truth be told, Cap don't care if you find him or not. Got his full armour on now, doesn't he? And only his soul jar can turn his head now. Ship's inside a cove not too far from here. You'll have to get past that mouthy door of his. But if you're sick of the rising sun, Cap'll make sure you never see another.
Oh, shite. I figured it was only a matter of time. I'm ready to pay the price. That's not for me to say. If you must kill me, then kill me.
He gulps.
I am not... Yes, I am afraid. I'm always afraid. When the Voidwoken came... I was just a boy. My brother was gifted. That's what our parents said. Now they can say nothing. They had no chance against the Voidwoken. My brother's so-called gift was only a lure. The Order came for me. They kept me safe. I'm not afraid of Alexander. I'm not afraid of death. I am afraid of you, of your kind. I don't know. I really don't. All I know is what I see. We're combing the island looking for weapons and artifacts. Anything that might help deal with the damned sorcerers once and for all. They deserve their fate. Dallas makes them silent, obedient. And if they're truly lucky, they become even more. Living weapons. Fearsome creatures. Dallas calls them Shriekers. The Seekers have no hope of overcoming them. If I must die, then I die with a clear conscience. I serve only the divine and his son.
Praise be! You have silenced the shriekers and cleared our way. Yet it seems I'm in need of you again, my friend. You have any more miracles in you? We've got a boat ready to row to the Lady Vengeance. But if Alexander sees us bobbing among the waves, we'll be shark chow. So we split up. I take the Seekers to the Lady Vengeance. You go to the ruins and keep Alexander busy. He'll be expecting a breeze. Show him that you're a hurricane. Are you ready? We've got right on our side. A greater ally than any sulking Geist or any whinging Magister.
He sighs and points a foot towards the harbour.
Ha! You've kicked up a storm. I can't contain it for long, my friend.
sense something nearby.
is dead! Murderers!
cornered. the mess you've made here. I'm Malady, and you're...
She steps forward, grabs you behind the neck with alarming strength, and pulls you close. She sniffs twice, her nose at your ear, then bites, piercing the lobe with a needle-sharp fang. She releases you and grins, running tongue over teeth.
God-woken. Do promise me you'll try. Though I hope it doesn't come to that. You're a God-woken after all. The reason some of us get out of bed each morning. What do you make of that? Ah, of course. Too important to feel important. Very well, first things first.
She peers at you closely, a knowing squint in her eye.
Tell me, which of those little gods did you meet? And what did they teach you?
Her eyes go wide.
No god, huh? Then who? How boring.
She leans forward and inhales deeply through her nose, smelling the air around you.
How long has it been possessing you? It's a rather strong presence. Hard to miss. Listen to me, this isn't good. Whatever's inside you, it's smart and it's strong. Probably smarter and stronger than you. Suspicions, but I'll need to see more of you before I'm certain. Luckily for me, you're rather easy on the eyes. No, I'm only bad when the occasion calls for it, darling.
She looks you slowly from helm to boot.
This might be an interesting boat ride after all. Now, show me what you learned from that other soul-stealing miscreant who's taken an interest in you. I don't. Now go on. Hey, that stings.
She examines her hands, where the skin sizzles slightly beneath their newfound aura. As the spell fades, the skin heals once more. Her whole body seems to relax.
You really are God-woken. I'm... happy. Oh, how unbecoming. Come then, we set sail, your destiny awaits, etc. You'll have to ask the Meister about that. She's dying to meet you.
Malady beckons you to the boat.
After you, darling. Boat first, questions later. As you wish.
ancient wooden door reeks of salt and seaweed. Not a single nick or gouge mars the detailed face carved across its surface. It also has no lock or handle, but when you run your fingers across the wood, the carved face comes to life.
This ship has the claim of the captain. Unless you belong to Sec Zapper, I suggest you leave. Beat us, break us, green black sea. We are slaves, only to thee.
The door swings open with a creak. These once magnificent quarters have fallen into rotten disrepair. As your eyes adjust to the dark, you see Captain Sec Zapor, now gallantly dressed.
Why can't you just stop? I still have that account to settle, do we? Go on, give it here. Power for my soul. This trade again. A deal you have.
With clear reluctance, the captain strips off his enchanted clothes, tossing them in a pile at your feet. He rips the soul jar out of your hands, observing its greenish glow.
Leave an offering on every altar you see, should you. You'll need help for when I find you again.
Let's go.
Malady grabs the vessel with two hands and pushes it into the water. She hops on board behind you.
God-woken. Wait till she finds out.
Salty water mists your face. Your skin prickles in bright, warm sunlight. The boat bobs forward through the water, and Fort Joy shrinks behind you.
Tired but victorious, the party made for the Lady Vengeance. The horrors of Fort Joy behind them. They arrived as sorcerers. They left as God-woken. The fate of this God-forsaken world now rested on their shoulders. Or at least, on the shoulders of one of them.
A light sea breeze kisses your cheek and carries away the smell of blood wafting up from the deck. In the distance, Fort Joy looms.
What were they thinking, standing against an Eternal? I almost pity the poor, ignorant beasts.
A hard-fought freedom, sure. But if spilling blood is bad, it shouldn't be so agreeable.
Bad luck to let the dead linger aboard. As soon as we get moving, we ought to clear the deck. Onward now. The sooner Fort Joy disappears from the horizon, the better. Perhaps the Seekers need help manning the ship.
The squirrel looks around the boat, chittering excitedly. At least he sounds happy.
me, Gareth. We got what we came for. This is what success looks like.
I won't see them tossed overboard. Not here. We'll hold a proper service.
What's-his-face and so-and-so would want us to get this ship sailing before all else. They died for those God-woken, after all.
You know their names, Malady. Can't you even pay them that much respect?
Gareth inhales sharply, then catches you out of the corner of his eye and smiles, barely.
Our guest stirs. Welcome, Godwoken. Glad to see you safely aboard.
Very glad indeed.
Not a moment longer than we have to. We're in something of an impasse. The ship won't move.
She's mute. We need to free her tongue.
You're welcome to try, though I doubt it'll help.
What Gareth means to say is don't bother. Livewood will only move when it wants to, or in this tub's case, when it's forced to. That's right. The ship's made of an elven ancestor tree, the spirit of which is still trapped in every plank. What we need is a way to control the bloody thing.
The Seekers, the survivors of us, have been combing the ship from bow to rudder. It hasn't been easy. This place is laced with dark magic.
These Seekers have such a limited skill set.
We lost a man in the search. Malady might not appreciate that, but I do. And I hope you do too.
I'm sure the Godwoken will be able to get the ship moving. They're kind of like to feel useful, don't they? Hopefully, you'll never have to find out.
The lady's a sturdy old tub. It'll take a lot to sink her. Whatever I'm looking for, I'm not finding it. The sea's a fickle mistress. She's mine, damn it.